Willie, what's up? Dude, I thought you'd be better by now. It's been 3 weeks. I mean, to be fair, when I had my cough thing, I was sick for like a month. So, I wish I would have live streamed with my voice the way it was before I lost it. Because imagine my voice, but 2 octaves lower, and that's what it sounded like. Go listen to Josh Turner. That's what I sounded like. And I don't think I can do it by myself. I actually need to be sick and actively losing my voice. No, you did not get sick last Wednesday. And the reason I know that is because you were talking about being sick in the last live stream and the live stream before that. So the last live stream was, I think, yesterday. The live stream before that was last week. You've been sick for a while. You were complaining about starting to get sick, I think, last Friday. So maybe it's been a full week. But I think it's been longer than you think it has. Anyway, I went swimming in a pool today. I left this thing in my pocket. We're going to touch it up real quick. So because I left it in my pocket, what happened was the chlorine in the pool water started rusting the blade, which I've never seen it happen actively in front of me before. So in the couple of hours that I was in the pool, it went from a perfectly clean blade to having rust all the way around the pocket or the thumb studs and a few splotchy sections here on the blade. Right there, and right there. That won't come off. It was interesting. I've never had that happen before. Anyway, it also had some sections up on the edge, which means that it actively rusted the edge of the knife and needs resharpening. But luckily, I don't think we need to do much more than a touch-up. So we'll just be touching up with 1000 grit. I should do another one of those whispering streams because it bothers people and I find it kind of funny. Where's the paper? Perfect. There's sections of resistance. Still chips in the blade. Wait, what? Wow, everybody left when I started whispering. That's great. Okay, so it looks like we may need to reprofile this. The crowns are for the people that talk the most. Yeah, the rust actually took out chips of the blade. That's interesting. I've never seen that before either. I'm hoping that 600 grit is enough to take it out, but if it's not, we'll have to reprofile. And reprofiling sucks. We need to reprofile. Son of a bitch. This sucks. So be it. 140 grit it is. Not that anybody cares. I have more stuff going up for sale. If anybody's interested. Yesterday was great. It was the 4th of July. Yes, it's microchips. Actually, they're pretty big chips. They're just deep. Like they're super, super tiny. But they're really deep chunks that are taken out. So it needs to be fully reprofiled. Yes, Mango. What is the fact of the day? Normally I wouldn't reprofile over tiny chips. But the chips are so deep that they're causing problems with cutting. So we're reprofiling. Beautiful. I got a burr all the way across. Now we swap sides. Wonderful. Now we move to 400 grit. tips are still in the blade, which means we may have to move back over to that piece of shit that I find extremely annoying. The hexagons are diamond plated. The lines are empty. Yeah, I can't believe Mango doesn't have a fact for us today. That's kind of just sad. Yeah, these are diamond plates. You should look into it. It's pretty weird stuff how they do this. 1, 2, 600. Yeah, just go on Google and copy and paste some shit. I'm sure that's what you do anyway, but I don't know. All we ask is for one Mango fact every day or every time that we stream. No. See, the difference here is we're talking about trash grade diamonds. These aren't great for anything other than tools. They're really low quality, but they're still hard as shit, so yeah. $19.77. Welcome to the stream. Let's start a poll to see if I can continue whispering. The poll has begun. Not that anybody cares. We'll see. 1,000 grit. Now somebody's just fucking around. I don't think anybody cares if I keep whispering. But the fact is, I already have 9 likes. And we're only 15 minutes in. How the hell that happened, I have no clue. I have 10 likes at 15 minutes in. I'm not turning this into a serrated knife. That's just evil. ASMR channel, so I'm not sure if people actually like this or not. What makes you think I have the tools to make a serrated knife? Now we're going for burr removal. I have no clue where Willie went. Willie, where are you? Right here. I feel a tiny burr. We could not see your messages, but now I can see all messages. Apparently, the "you should burn in hell" and "I hate this shit" were not top messages. Why that is, I have no clue. Is it sharp yet? Yep. And the chips aren't there anymore. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'm whispering because I'm bored. I get bored very quickly. Beautifully sharp. It's not ASMR, but I got extremely bored more quickly than usual and decided to try it out. When I tried it out, the likes went up significantly, so I just continued doing it. No, the poll's still going. Yes, we all get bored very easily. But see, I'm a content creator, so when I get bored, I do weird shit. And I do it live because I'm bored. There's a micro burr. The micro burr needs to be taken off before this is truly sharp. So let's find some D2 and beat the shit out of it. D2 is a harder blade steel than Oz 8. Dude, I get bored of YouTube. How you get bored of YouTube, I have no clue. But like every once in a while I just run out of content to watch. So I recently started watching this one dude who who explains um all the different like parts or all the different vehicles in Star Wars. It's like the only interesting thing that I've found on YouTube in the last month. Now let's try this again. We'll go back to the stropping. Beautiful. Now let's try on the paper again. Not bad. Dude, you're stuck with me. Apparently, you like my content enough to keep showing up. I was very tempted to start going in and singing that song. That brain rot song. Because I do find it mildly entertaining. Now, how does it cut a paper towel? Oh, beautiful. So let's move this before I accidentally drop it on there. Cut. Other paper towel, gimme. If you don't tell me the name of the shark with blue shoes, I'll start singing it. If you don't like my content, you don't have to show up. Yes, I'm honest. Why wouldn't I be honest? Nothing benefits me to lie about anything. You like to see maintenance on rare knives. Okay. No, that's fair. That is fair. But yeah, I have no reason to lie to anybody for any reason. I don't get any benefit from lying and telling people anything. I went back to try and find Brad Buckner's comments on my video, and he deleted them. Oh. So US made knives are rare over there. Okay. I swear one of these days I'm going to get some diamond emulsion for this. Well, fine. Willie's mean. He's going to be in timeout. You go sit there and think about what you did. Oh, that's good. Ooh. Oh, beautiful. So the USA made stuff is kind of rare. What is all the USA stuff that I have? I have like 9 knives on the table that are made in the US. All right, we're at 9 votes. 8 votes. 9 votes. People are saying no. They don't want me whispering. Let's see if we can change that. If it hits 10 votes and it's still no, then I'll stop whispering. You can barely hear me. USA made knife. USA made knife. USA made knife. Fine, I'll stop whispering. God damn. 11. Oh my god. 11 votes and everybody said no. Fine. That was 12 people, or no, that was 11, and most of them, yeah. American made knife. 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 So let's see, what is that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, I was right. 9. Those are all that are on the table. What float? What do you mean float? This one's nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. I only have 5 more leaks. I don't have 93 more. Because they're cheap. If you mistreat the leek, yes, it can break the tip quite easily. However, if you treat them well and you don't pry with them, then it's a great knife. Q-tip. Away. This orange one is going up for sale, by the way, if you wanted it. I need to get a pocket clip for it before I put it up for sale. So I'll get the pocket clip, and if you actually want it, it'll be on my Blade Binge account for $35. Plus shipping, of course. Yes, instead of prying with my beautiful leeks, I pry with my pile of shit Spyderco instead. Yes, I see the period right there. I see it. You have a nice Benchmade. I own no Benchmades. I find that they are extremely expensive for what you get. Because new people get higher ratings for some reason. I think it's super stupid. But yes, this is my pry bar because, well, I bought it to beat the shit out of it, and I beat the shit out of it all the time. So for anybody curious, this one's up for sale. It's got some wear marks, but it is also 35. Well, I can't say that I will give you I know that you said the shipping's expensive. Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about. They didn't make a whole lot of those. Now, what is that? Oh, there's a little bit of a grease leak on this one, on this leak. Funny, 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 funny. That explains why it keeps leaving residue on the blade every time that I close it. Okay, the reason why I had so much trouble with the Penguin, to be completely fair, is because it's flat. The flat edge is a huge pain. But other than that, it was great. I love that knife so much. Sharpening's easy. As long as it's not a flat blade. Again, I'm not doing that again. That was like the worst time that I had. It took me a week to get it sharp. And it took a new stone to get it sharp too. Oh, should I do that dull thing again? Just not with the Staggering Meat is asking how you sharpen a knife. Should I dull a knife and show? Or should I use a knife and just sharpen it even though it's already sharp? And just kind of show off how it works. You can hone with the rough section of a toilet, yes. Would I recommend it? No. Another thing that I don't recommend is, yeah. Like, you can do that with a mug, too. Do I recommend it? No, but it works. Same thing with windows. You can do it on the edge of a window, like on your car or something. Do I recommend it? No, but it works. Do I have any leaks that aren't sharp? We'll test that. And if I don't have a leak, or if I have a leak that isn't sharp, what D2? Like, what company? I don't use any whetstones. Damn it, I already sharpened that one. Are you sharp? I sharpened you too. It is definitely not any of the knives that I have more than one of. Definitely not. Oh, damn. Could be sharper, but not worth sharpening. Yep, soft steel is very much a pain in the ass to sharpen. Damn it, I sharpened you. Why are you having trouble cutting? Ew. What have you done? You just sat there. VG10 isn't bad. I haven't had a whole lot of experience with it. But I can tell you that I had trouble getting a good angle on my Spydercos. Come on, show me that burr that I know exists. There you are, you son of a bitch. D2, where are you? You ugly pile. Don't tell me there wasn't a burr there. Aha. There you are. You have a good one, 1977. We'll see you later. I don't think he likes watching me grind one knife against another knife. Well, the burr should be gone now. So now we strop. I don't think 77 likes watching me do that. Okay. Paper. Cut. Don't give me that shit. You know you're sharp. Fine, we'll sharpen you again. Somebody asked about my favorite knife. I'm not sure. I own a lot. Like, a lot. 15 likes. I only see 14. Again, how that happens so quickly, I have no clue. I don't carry fixed blades. I do carry knives that you don't have to flick open, though. If that's what you're getting at. Like this one. But I mostly carry folding knives, yes. If that was your question. You ugly pile. You have to have the special attention, don't you? Ooh, look at me. I'm not sharp anymore. Ooh, look at me. You never used me and I'm still not sharp. Yes, I can tell by your drawings that you do, in fact, like flippers more than anything else. 400 it is. Damn it. I swear to God, if I have to reprofile you, I'm throwing you away. I have 10 more of you. I don't need you. Hell, you don't even have a blade warranty. I haven't even shown you my most recent design yet. Or have I? No, I haven't. The only person I've shown, I sent it to Gin Knives for them to take a look at it. And I've shown Eagle Scout EDC, and that's it. I'm not apexing, you evil, evil pile. There. 600. I haven't drawn one in a bit. Good. Ozzy, what's up? And thank you. I own 11 of this one. And this one's just being a big pain. $1,000. I don't have 80 plus on this one yet. They keep being as cheap as they are, I might. Okay, swap sides. You pile. I don't even know why it does that sometimes, but it's sitting there on something that's smooth with a smooth box underneath it. So sometimes it's just, I'm going to go flying now. I've yet to have it go flying off the edge of the table, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. And the day that comes, I am throwing something across the room. Okay. Now tell me, are you going to scratch my leather again? I like vanilla. Of course you are. You're going to scratch my leather on both sides, not just the one. Speaking of Lou, where's he been? Did we take it off? Finally? Are you going to scratch it again? No. Beautiful. Now, I swear, if you don't cut paper smoothly, I'm going to be pissed. Why are you still scratching? There's no burr. Oh, there it is. Right there. Now are you going to scratch my leather again? No. No. Maybe? Nope. Now are you sharp this time? Oh. Beautiful. Dude, it's 14C up against D2. That D2's fine. Plus, that Kalashnikov was abused before I bought it, so... The biggest downside about these Kalashnikovs... I'm not even sure the Kalashnikov cut to begin with when I had it. It did. And it does. Actually, there's no section down here where it catches. Everywhere that I use this thing to cut the burr off of another knife has no... it's perfectly fine. There's no... You'd never know that I was doing that with it. It doesn't cut great, so if I got like a... If I went over here and grabbed the rest of a paper towel or something and tried to cut it... Oh. That's not horrible for a 140 grit finish. Oh, there's a burr on it, that's why. Oh, should I finish this thing? No, I'm not going to. And the reason why is because I need to reprofile. And the reprofile will include that flat section. Because I am not having a knife where there's that big of something without having a sharpening choil. This is why my designs have the sharpening choil here, and the plunge grind, instead of happening right there, happens back here, and it goes up. Because it's easier, it makes it nicer to sharpen, it lasts longer. Boker has some problems with this thing. It is a bestseller though, so I can't say that I'm perfect, but now what do I do? I think the choils looked fine. I don't remember the plunge grinds though.
Here's a tactic that all intelligence operatives learn.
Cool. Let's open my community tab. And we'll look at Willie's Designs. I'm at 1,300 subscribers. Hell yeah. No, not my videos. Visit community. We'll look at newest. Plunge grind looks fine. Looks fine. Looks fine. There isn't one on that one. Looks fine. Fine. We don't talk about that one. But it looks fine. Yep, all the plunge grinds look fine on the ones that have them. I'm almost at 300 videos. Shit. I've been doing this a while. That wasn't all that long ago, to be honest. I hit 800 March 31st. Shit, I hit 1,300 today. I wish I could have said yesterday because it would have been the 4th of July, but nope. June, July. So I'm on track to hit 1,500 by September, which would be awesome. The problem is, I'm not even sure the giveaway will be done by then. I need one knife sale, and I can afford everything for the giveaway. It sucks. I'm like $9 short. So if any of my knives sold, bam. Anyway, this thing will be going up for sale. Brand new, they sell for like 22. This one isn't brand new. But supposedly it's in D2 as well. And god damn, is it a weird blade shape. I can show you what I have. Actually, the most recent one to go up is this tan desert sand leek. You can if you want. I'm not telling you to buy anything if you don't want to. And if you do want to buy something, get something you like because I don't want you regretting buying something. You guys can't see it. Oh, maybe you can. There is texture to this. It's smooth, but it's got a little bit of texture to it. It's really interesting. I don't know how to describe the feel. It's like, oh, it feels like this. If you have one of these cutting mats, that's what it feels like. Just colder. Because it's aluminum. What all do I have up for sale? Because I haven't looked in a bit. And by haven't looked in a bit, I mean I looked earlier today, but I don't remember. I've got a... Let's see here. A Sedulo up for sale. Actually, that's what's in the this Gerber box right here. Thing's almost brand new. It's $20 off. from brand new price because I used it to open a milkshake once, and that's all I ever did with it. It's 110. It's a little high for the average person. Yep, the tan or desert sand link or leak. If you want to screenshot this, here's a QR code. This QR code, you don't have to use the QR code actually. You can there's another way. If I open YouTube, so let's say I go to my stream, right? You. Okay. So you go to my stream, you click on my name, and right here it says, and 4 more links. Click on that. It's going to be right here where it says KO Knives Blade Binge. You click on that, and it takes its sweet ass time going over to the Blade Binge website. And that's where all my stuff for sale is. And it'll show up with all this stuff that I've got. Yep. Happy to help whenever I can. I've got this. Nobody's going to want this, but it is a pretty cool knife. It's a Case Stockman from 2003. With it's brand new. And I have it here on the table too. I don't want to open the box because I don't want to damage the box any more than it is. But it is a new old stock piece. It's never been carried. It sat, let's see. It's a new old stock case from 2003. The box has water damage, as you probably saw. The knife is brand new, has never been used. I bought it from a collector in 2023 and have decided to sell it because I don't carry it. Yep, it is in true sharp stainless with nickel silver bolsters and amber bone. It has a cursive shield, which is really unique because Case didn't do that for very long. I want to see if I can get a good picture. Yeah. The Twitch 3 is in 154 cm. So yeah. Really, really cool. And the mini Praxis is in D2. If I'm not mistaken. I think they have them listed on there. If you scroll down, so let's say you clicked on the mini Praxis. If you scroll down right here, it says everything about it. So yeah, it would be in D2. And the Twitch 3 is in 154 cm. Now, I'm not 100% sure about the heat treat on that 154 cm. I haven't tested it. And if you'd like me to sharpen it after you buy it, I would be happy to do so. I dropped the price on that thing. Dang. Where is that thing? So yeah, 154 cm, excellent condition. Yep, fun stuff. Yes, it's assisted. Well, it's not automatic, it's assisted though. All the Twitch models are assisted. Welcome back to number 1. Look at you being a top fan, whatever that's supposed to mean. think I'm going to sell this for like 12. I'm not sure anybody wants this thing. It is a carbon fiber layer over G10. Axis lock, D2. I don't know. I have no clue. I won this thing in an auction, and it has the largest Tonto I've ever seen. It is so weird. That front is just massive. Now, if I really wanted to take the time to do so, I could turn this into a full drop point, and it would be glorious because it's a drop point with a trailing point edge or spine. Really unique. It is a fully hollow grind, or full hollow grind too. So I don't know if I want to take the time to do that. It might actually be worth carrying. And then I also get to find out whether or not the steel has a shit heat treat. I'll give it that. It's sharp. Yeah, I miss my first girlfriend. What do you do? Part of life. I am actually heavily debating on reprofiling to a drop point because it doesn't have the line right here for the second grind. It is just a full hollow all the way. How much would it be? I don't know. I'm not even 100% sure if I could do that. Because I need to focus on a very specific section if I'm going to do that. But then again, you said you didn't want D2, and it's D2. Then again, it would also be a one-off piece. It'll be $40. No. Brand new, they're 22. That is a lot of work to do, though. My buddy's got a Tormac. I'm not sure if he'll let me borrow it. Because he hasn't set it up and he hasn't learned how to use it either. But I'd rather use a Tormac to resharpen this thing than me doing it by hand. Because by hand, I know it's going to take forever. Oh, is there anything else? Tell you what, is there anything else I want to put up for sale that doesn't take modification to not be stupid? Give me a minute to see what I have that isn't D2. Oh, where's the sign? The sign, where are you? Where's the sign? Oh, there's the sign. The sign. It's weird. It's good looking until you open it, and then you see it's a giant Tonto. The sign. This needs new parts. I'm not even sure what steel this thing is. So I'm just going to pull out all the stuff that I have in this box of stuff. Can I take this thing apart? Or is it, like, does it have Loctite everywhere? Well, I absolutely despise Tontos. So, if I own one, it's probably like a really good deal. Well, here's the problem is I'm getting into stuff that's so cheap that even if I sold it, I would need more than just that one thing to sell. But there's nothing in that box that I'd be willing to sell. Like, I'd be willing to sell for enough to do that. Like, I don't feel like doing that to somebody. Oh, that's the good one. I'll tell you what I will do though. Yeah, exactly. Tontos don't suck until you have to sharpen them. And then you realize that it is the biggest pain in the ass. So here's my offer. How much do you want to spend? Let's put it that way. Because how much you want to spend will tell me all the things that I can sell to you. And you said good package deal. They're all like trash, so. So $25. Yes, micarta absorbs oil. A little bit. Everybody drink some water. $25. What do I have that I don't feel bad for selling to somebody for $25? 25, 25, 25. I have a leak with an issue that I can't fix. Honestly, I think that leak with the issue is going to be like the most bang for your buck that I can get you. But I don't think you wanted a leak. My other option for you was like 30. Recurves are a pain too, yeah. I always forget they exist until one shows up and I'm like, why the fuck did they do that? So here was my options. I'd recommend asking somebody else about the micarta thing. Micarta is not my thing. I don't like micarta all that much. Recurve blades, the MX200. It's a sweet. So $30. The most bang for your buck in my collection that I'm willing to sell for $30. I'll show you what I have in my hand, and I'll show you the problems that it has. But I think it's the most bang for your buck that you're going to get out of my collection. So, it's a Leatherman Wave Plus. It's been used quite a bit. Scratches everywhere. The issue that it has, don't get me wrong, it's a great knife. The issue that it has will be very apparent when I show you. These don't open. The bottle opener, or the can opener, and the large screwdriver won't open. I believe this side will. Yeah. This side's fine. So this side won't open unless you pry it open. Pry bar. And here's the reason why. Because the previous owner used this as a pry bar. Something that is not a pry bar. So it's bent. Other than that, it works great. If you pry out that, then you can get those two tools out. You can see the scratches and stuff from use right here. Okay, let's be clear. I don't pry hard with the Spyderco. So you can see here how it's sitting there touching the scale here, and it scrapes right there. You have to push it over and in. And because it's pressing against the screwdriver, it won't open. The other two knives that were on the table. Let's see, I would like to make money. So this is a Rexford design from Kershaw. I'm pretty dang sure that it's 8CR, but it doesn't say it anywhere on it. Frame lock, assisted. It needs a new spring. Well, it doesn't need it, but it doesn't open as strong as I'd like it to. Corbin, what's up? Welcome back to the number 2 spot. How you doing? So yes, this is a black finish with a horizontal satin, I believe. Yep. Yep, I figured as much. And the other one is a Ronin factory knife. I know nothing about it. I don't know the steel. The knife wasn't around very long. Yeah, Corbin, you're in the number 2 spot now. Yeah, it's also having... It's not centered either, which I'll see if I can fix real quick. Six, 7, 8. So it's a big knife. No, the steel is stated absolutely nowhere. So I have no idea what steel it is. It also likes to sit severely over to one side. Ronin Factory. It'll show up. I know I've looked it up before. But I don't remember if it says what steel it is or anything like that. And I need to try and fix that problem. Give me cardboard. Where cardboard? Where is cardboard? Cardboard. Yes. What's my phone at? 62. We are good. And it is 3 o'clock. Now, I want you to keep in mind, if you don't want either of those two, I can also go and search through my boxes to see what else I'm interested in getting rid of in the $30 price point, which I'm sure there's a decent amount of stuff. This thing is... Ew. I am trying to sell knives. Beautiful. Yeah, Mango didn't even say the mango fact of the day. Might have fallen asleep in the middle of the stream. Who knows? So did you find it? Question 1. And did you find out what steel it is? Question 2. Like, the knife didn't sell super well, so I don't expect you to find it everywhere. And if you do find it, I highly doubt you're going to find what steel it is. But because it is in the collection and I try and keep my shit in decent condition, here we are trying to fix blade play, or blade centering. Yeah, if they don't even post the steel on their own Facebook page, it won't stay centered, unfortunately. So let's look at all the other shit that I have. Because this is kind of the lowest of the low crap that I've got. So we'll take a step up and look at the slightly better stuff. Maybe you. Yeah, alloy steel doesn't mean shit to me. Yeah, I don't feel good about selling any of these for that price. This CRKT has an issue. So this whole box is a no-go. Heavy box it is. I have no clue what you mean by the O. The crossed out O. I have no clue. $30. And not D2. You're playing a not so fun game, my guy. No, I'm talking about all the stuff that's shit. So, there's a lot of trash in here. I don't want to show that one either. This one isn't terrible. How much do these go for? Is there nothing on my blade bench that you were interested in before we start moving on? Because the ones in your price range are kind of the leaks, the mini Praxis, a Kershaw Cryo 2 that's 25, and a Rat 1 for 35 as well. Well, then I probably won't search whatever you're searching because I don't find a point in it. This thing's $50. I definitely didn't pay that much. Is there any chance that this interests you? So I think they used paint for the blade finish, kind of like they do with the Kalashnikov, but I'm not sure. It does show its wear, but it is nice and sharp. It's 8 CR. This stuff was easy. This one is actually the easiest knife that I've ever sharpened. And no pressure. Nice and easy. And the reason why this one's so easy is because of how big of a section you're placing flat on the edge or on the stone. How did I bring this to 1,000? I might have. I don't remember though. Well, brand new they're 51. And accounting for shipping, I'll say like, how much is it going to cost for me to ship this thing? I'll do like 30 after shipping if you buy it directly from me. I don't think that's horrible. It's fun to play with. Honestly, in the $30 range. Other than, again, so here's like the three main options. is a leak that I've been having a little bit of an issue with. And the issue being it's tight when trying to close. So you push the liner lock out or the frame lock out of the way, and it is really tight for like this first little bit right here up until right there, and it's nice and smooth after that. I've tried everything that I can to get this thing to be smooth, and it just won't do it. And just to double check, because I want to see if this one has... And yeah, this thing's fun to play with. Nice and smooth. I've done everything to make that thing as smooth as possible, and it's amazing. But I think with this having the problem that it does, I'd be more than happy to take $5 off of the price. Which again, after shipping, or no, that'd be pre-shipping that it would be $30. And this one doesn't have a captured pivot or whatever. Not that it caused a problem for me, but captive pivot. Yeah, it's a free floating pivot. It'll just spin if you don't play with it right. That doesn't look right. Or does it? There's one that's real. I'm not 100% sure on that one either. This one I'm 100% sure on. You've got the black coated pocket clip too, so give me that and tell me, do you have coating on the bottom? You do. So what is up with that one? I don't know. I'm debating. Anyway, this one's another option. I really don't want to reprofile this thing right now anyway. I'll need to talk to the guy from the pawn shop and see if he'll let me borrow the Tormac. And if he does, I might try reprofiling it, but I need to talk to him about it first. And the other option would be the Wave Plus. And again, you don't have to buy something if you don't want to. I don't mind waiting until somebody buys something. It's not a big deal to me. What I do know is that the next giveaway is not going to happen for a while. I hope. Because next giveaway is going to be at 5,000. Oh, what a joy. So this thing's a pain. Specifically when the pocket clip is on. But when you take the pocket clip off, It is nice and smooth. What a pile. Which means, actually, if this was tipped up like it should be, hint, hint, then the pocket clip wouldn't be pressing up against the pivot, which would make this not a pain to open. Alpha, what's up? How you doing? And the Tonto is not assisted now. Wonder why that didn't ping me. That's the other one that's having that issue, isn't it? No, that one's perfect. Then are you having that issue? No, you're perfect too. What is going on? But it has a charm to it, dude. If you don't like everything about it, don't buy it. You will regret your purchase. Trust me. Find something else that you like more. I don't particularly like crossbar locks either. It just came in a box full of Kershaw's. I think I'd pick this one over that one any day, to be honest. But that's because I really, really don't like crossbar locks. 20 likes. How the hell do I even do that? God, I find myself questioning that shit more and more. Yep. Ew. Sharpening stuff. Gross. So I think we're going to end the stream in about 4 minutes. I have other things I'd like to do tonight before going to sleep. And it is 3:21. So, yeah. I don't know. People don't like buying used stuff. Oh, this... I almost chopped a finger off with the scorpion lock. So, don't use it wrong. Genuinely, I had my finger in the way and it closed a little bit too slow. If it would have closed much faster, it would have went right into my pinky. Instead, it stopped. So, yeah, I find the scorpion lock to be pretty scary, personally, because it's weird. I know it's a pretty solid lock, though, overall. And once you get used to it, I'm sure it's perfectly fine. But that first time kind of put me away from it. Say my name properly, please. Can you get screenshots of the knives? Sure. Let's do that. That should work good. Fire Slasher 34. You know, you could just say hi and I would have said your name anyway, right? Like, if you would have said hi, I would have said your name. This is the other, or one of the other ones. That should be a good screenshot right there. Okay. Another option. I think another option was a leak. Which, I mean, you know what a leak is, but Walker's Custom Works leak. And then I think the last solid option was the Wave Plus. And honestly, if you're going to buy this one, I think the recommendation, this is going to sound stupid, but it makes perfect sense in my head, is you need to find a way to break. What part do you need to break to get this whole thing replaced? I think if you, let's see here. Like I'm trying to find a way for you to get around the warranty so that you can have a whole new one. Because I really don't want to do the work to do that. But if you pull the cutters off, how are you going to do that without making it obvious? You're going to need to put some serious torque on this thing to do what I'm talking about. So you take the cutters off, and you're going to put something right here, and you're going to clamp down on this thing as hard as you can and snap one of these jaws off. And when you snap one of the jaws off, under normal use, it's covered under warranty. So, like, try and, like, hopefully you can put something right here and do it, and just wrench down on this thing as hard as you can, and maybe cheater bars on here to give you more leverage. But snap one of the jaws off, send it in, get a new one. Go ahead and put these back in. And the Wave Plus is like $120. So for the cost of buying it, paying for shipping, and then breaking it. So this one would be 30, probably 35 after shipping. But yeah, the cost of 35, and then whatever you need to do to break it, and then you get a new $110 or $120 tool because you broke it. Unless you don't mind having the screwdriver stuck where it is, which in that case, it's a great tool. It'll be perfectly fine and it'll treat you well because the Wave Plus has always done that. It's always been a great tool. And it has the factory edge. And a chipped tip, not a broken tip. The other side, other than a little bit of rust, the serrations look great. And there is one section right here up at the tip where it could use a sharpening. The saw looks unused, and the file has some use on it on both sides. I don't know, I'm not going to try and convince you to buy the specific one, but this would be what I would go for the price. And then I would personally break it and then send it in and get a new one. So for anybody curious, the Leatherman Wave Plus has a 25-year warranty. It is not a lifetime warranty, but they haven't been making the Wave Plus for more than 10 years, I don't think. We'll look that up real quick. Wave Plus. So for anybody curious, the Leatherman Wave Plus is no longer under warranty. I don't want to go through the hassle of shipping. It's not that bad. I just don't want to. That's me putting more money into it than I need to. So yeah, you will have to pay for shipping to ship it out to get it replaced. So the Wave Plus was released on October 7th of 2018. Plus, I put a lot of work into actually cleaning it up and fixing it, and I don't really want to break it. It's still a great tool the way it is, though. So yeah, that at the very minimum, this thing is still covered under warranty until, let's see, 18, 28, 38, till 2043. And the Wave Plus is no longer or the regular Wave, the original Wave, is no longer under warranty. Or no, it could be actually. No, technically it could be, because the Wave was still coming, or still being sold up until 2018. So yeah, I guess technically it's still under warranty as well. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for today's stream, tonight's stream, this morning's stream. Yes, this morning's stream. This morning stream. I have other things I'd like to do before bed, specifically watching Bar Rescue so I can watch people get yelled at because I'm bored. So yeah. Tune in 21 hours from now and we should have another stream going on. I don't know. We'll have a stream tonight. Anyway, have a great rest of your night, morning, whatever, and we'll see you in the next stream.